I'm Rich Chrisman. Today we'd like to share with you some of the excitement that a lot of your fellow Case employees had last week at the Farm Progress Show. Now, for those of you who may not be familiar with the Farm Progress Show, it's one of the largest equipment displays in the farming business in all of North America. We were down in Columbus, Indiana last week for this Farm Progress Show. To give you an idea of the size and the scope of this show covers more than 100 acres. It's both static display, field demonstrations. And over 200,000 of our farmer customers come to see what's new and exciting in the farm equipment business. Well, our green competitor was there. They were there to create some excitement with their new 6,000 and 7,000 series tractors. Our objective was quite simple, that when those 200,000 farmers left there, we wanted to make sure they were talking about Case IH and not John Deere. So we did some of the traditional things, such as showing our new 5200 series Maxxums, a 7150 Magnum. But we also decided to do something just a little bit different. We decided to put some progress back into the Farm Progress Show to demonstrate what we meant by leadership through technology and the fact that our machines are designed without compromise. So we introduced some concept vehicles that you'll see here on this tape. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the 1992 Farm Progress Show. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How are you today? I'm Rich Chrisman, and on behalf of J.I. Case, I'd like to welcome you to the 1992 Farm Progress Show. Later on, we're going to be talking about the newest addition to our family here, the 5250. 5200 series Maxxum is just out. It's available at Case IH dealers around the country, but we're going to talk a little bit more about that in a few minutes. You know, I'm originally, went to school up in Indiana, up near Terre Haute. My wife's family farm is up there in Prairieton. So for me, it's always exciting when I get to come back to the heart of America's farm country. You know, and this is where our business is really centered. This is where we get the energy, the drive, the strength to go on and build the kind of products that you need out on your farms. And about 150 years ago, in fact, exactly 150 years ago, Jerome Increase Case founded our company with that same drive and energy. And you may not read a lot about J.I. Case in the history books anymore, but he was on the forefront of American agriculture, he and other greats like Cyrus McCormick. And the story goes that when J.I. Case saw his first threshing machine, he looked at that and he knew that he could make it better. So he experimented, he did some designing, and he finally came up with a machine that could not only do the threshing, but also separate it from the chaff. And that went on to revolutionize American agriculture. But J.I. wasn't satisfied with just coming up with something new. He went on to work on that threshing technology and then into tractor technology. And the company that he founded a century and a half ago has followed that lead. You know, when you think about it, you take a modern-day axial flow combine, it can do in one day what it would have taken a dozen workers, weeks, perhaps even months to do back in J.I.'s time. I hope you don't think we're being a little too flashy with all these red and green lights around and the airplanes. But if you haven't guessed, we're trying to get your attention and to make a point. And that point deals with leadership and what company you can count on for your equipment needs, not only today, but in the decades ahead. And today we're going to make a claim. As you walk around our exhibit area, you're going to see the word leadership quite often. Well, I'm from Missouri, and you know, if you look at our state license plate, you know what it says on the bottom there? Yeah, you know it. We're the show me state. So you don't say words like leadership to a Missouri boy and say that lightly. we're going to show you today exactly how we stand to back that up. And that's what this program is going to do. Show you what we mean when we talk about leadership and give you some good reasons that you ought to be stopping on green and going on red. Yes, you're going to see some exciting new products like the 5250 here today. Products that you can take back to your farms, put to work for you today. These products have been designed just for your farms. They're made for you. But we're not going to stop there, because we're going to take a look at some technology and tractors for tomorrow. Because once again, when you look to J.I. Case, you're looking for us today and out in the future. You want to know that we're a company that you can count on to service and meet your needs. We also understand that farming is no longer just a one-man operation, that there are many wives who partner in farming, right? And so when they've told us things like, what could you do to make shifting on the Magnum a little bit easier? Well, we listened, we responded. And we're going to be talking a lot about those differences. Well, I think that's enough for the talking part of this show. Let's get down to the show me part of the show, where we can really talk about the tractors who are the stars, the ones that are designed and built without compromise. And to help us kick off that part of the program, it gives me great pleasure to introduce Tom Stadmuller, our Product Director for Ag Products. Tom?
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for the warm welcome. Maxxum tractors are getting high marks from farmers like yourselves all across North America for the comfort, the productivity, and the efficiency. Maxxum tractors are the most advanced technological tractors in the 80 to 112 horsepower market available today. In fact, Maxxum tractors are the standard by which all other new tractors are being measured up today. Now that's what we call leadership through technology. At 112 PTO horsepower, this 5250 over here is the largest Maxxum available. It's one of the members of our new 5200 series. At 112 PTO horsepower, this Maxxum tractor has got the power you need for row crop, utility, and yes, even heavy tillage applications. The 2.5-inch side rails on the Maxxum tractor provide rigid structure between the front axle, the engine, and the transmission. These heavy 2.5-inch thick cast side rails provide torsional strength for saddle tanks as well as loader operation. The cast transmission in the Maxxum tractor was really designed without compromise. The cast iron transmission in this tractor was designed with one customer in mind, you, the farmer. PFC hydraulics, another innovation from Case IH. Pressure and flow compensated hydraulics provide first priority motor operation for those planting and spraying applications. Unlimited visibility, that's right, there's 44 square feet of cab glass in the Maxxum tractor. This provides unlimited visibility, and the new 5200 series features an all new cab glass door for even improved visibility. That's right, we've made the best visibility available today in a mid-range tractor, even better with the 5200 series tractors. And another feature that's really important on these tractors is the full power shuttle. Forward and reverse, full power shuttle is available on both transmission options with the 5200 series tractor. This is an ideal operation for loader work and other utility type applications. Tilt hoods. As you can see, the full tilt hood on all Maxxum tractors allows on-ground daily service checks. There's no panels to pull off for easy serviceability on our Maxxum line of tractors. And finally, a new option that we've just introduced on the 5200 series tractors is in-cab hydraulic flow control. There's no reason to open the rear window on a Maxxum tractor to adjust the hydraulic flow control to those rear couplers. That's really putting leadership in place through technology with a Maxxum tractor. We'd like you to check out all the new 5200 series tractors on our display lot, and we think you're going to stop on green, go on red. Let's take the 5200 series out and bring in the 7150 Magnum. Isn't that a beauty? Is everybody awake today? Huh? You know, when the Maxxum tractor was just introduced, there's a lot of things that we did to the Maxxum that we already introduced on the Magnum tractor back in 1987. When the Magnum tractor line was introduced in 1987, it really represented, for the first time in nearly 20 years, a new modern tractor. In fact, Magnum really means more. More comfort, more productivity, more power, more efficiency, and again, more leadership through technology. At 215 horsepower, this tractor right here is the largest two-wheel drive tractor made in North America today. 215 PTO horsepower. That's the power that we've got available for large farming operations today. There's a closed box frame on all Magnum tractors. Again, it provides structural integrity between the front axle, the engine, and the transmission. The same type of design that we used on the Maxxum tractor. There's a mid-mounted master hydraulic wet clutch in all Magnum tractor models. This allows you to start heavy loads under full power without extra stress and strain on that transmission. There's no need to ever adjust that wet master clutch in the Magnum tractor. It provides for durability, designed without compromise. PFC hydraulics. Case IH is a leader in hydraulic design today. Pressure flow compensated hydraulics are standard on all Magnum tractors. Again, providing optimal hydraulic efficiency without a loss of power, without extra fuel consumption. Unlimited visibility. There's 47 square feet of cab glass available in the Magnum tractor. You've got a picture window opportunity both front, back, and to the left and right-hand sides with the Magnum cab. And as you can see, the Magnum hood tilts forward, again, for easy serviceability, on-ground serviceability. Take a look at the lift hitch capacity. You know, today's large farmer needs lift hitch capacity. There's 14,950 pounds of lift hitch capacity with a Magnum 7150. That's nearly 2 tons more than our nearest competitor. Why? Because of those heavy min-till, no-till, the large implements that this tractor is capable of handling. You've got to have the lift hitch capacity to do it. And finally, in-cab flow controls are available on Magnum tractors. Again, there's no reason to open that rear window to do those adjustments to those hydraulic flow controls that'll give you from 2.5 to 22 gallons of hydraulic flow to those rear couplers. Again, we invite you to take a look at all the Magnum tractor models on display out here, from 130 horsepower all the way up to the largest two-wheel drive tractor made in North America today, the 7150. Ladies and gentlemen, that's leadership through technology. That's design without compromise. We invite you to put a new Magnum tractor in your operation today, and let's all go on red. Thank you. Let's take the Magnum tractor out.
Thank you, Tom. I think you can see why we think of those tractors as the real stars of the show. And when we introduced them several years ago, they led the industry then. And since that time, we've put over 1 million hours of testing on those units in the toughest proving grounds in the world. That's right, in your farms. And we've learned from all of those, and a lot of the improvements you've seen today comes as a result of that. But right now, for those of you in the bleachers, you better fasten your seat belts, because we're getting ready to break some new ground, both literally and figuratively, with what you're going to see next. We're going to show you what we're doing and looking at for the most popular four-wheel drive tractors in the world. These are totally new vehicles, concept vehicles, never before seen until the Farm Progress Show, show number 1, right here today. You're the first. And to help us do that, I'd like to introduce Ron Morishita, our four-wheel drive product manager. Ron?
Thank you, Rich. Good morning. What you're going to see is a four-wheel drive tractor enter the arena, enter this area that's 40 feet from that fence to this wall. Now what he's going to do is he's going to come out here and make 2 360-degree turns without running over you or knocking down that wall. About that turn. I saw that look in your eye. You didn't think it was going to make it, did you? Well, this baby right here is the first and only 300 horsepower tractor that's available today that's truly row crop capable. Now, what do we mean by row crop capable? Well, first of all, it will go into 30-inch rows or any other row spacing that you need with the appropriate wheel hardware. But most importantly, row crop capable is no tail wag. Now what does that mean? Well, imagine yourself operating a tractor like this, an articulated four-wheel drive, in your corn rows, cultivating, and as you make a steering correction to the right, your tail wags to the left. You make one to the left and your tail wags to the right, and so on and so forth. Not good, is it? It might have a serious case of cultivator blight, which you don't want. Well, the way we take care of that is with this steerable axle. Now, this steerable axle is the same axle that comes on our 9240 and our 9260 rigid frame tractors. What this allows is steering of 18 degrees, up to 18 degrees to the left, up to 18 degrees to the right, which is ample steering for any row corrections that you may need to make. It's ample steering for any corrections you may need to make with curves or for hillsides where you may want to crab into the side of that hill. Row crop capable is also turning. Now you witnessed this tractor entering, and can you imagine the size of this donut hole that he left right here? This tractor will turn in a circle with a radius of 12.2 feet, which is tighter than any other large tractor available today, regardless of whether it's two-wheel drive or four-wheel drive. The only other tractor that comes even close to turning this sharp is our 9230 four-wheel drive with a steerable axle, which will turn in 12 feet 8 inches. So it's almost there. The last thing I'd like to talk about is, in order to be row crop capable, you need to have visibility. Now I want you to picture yourself in this tractor where Denny's sitting there, enjoying a good hot summer afternoon of cultivating in that Comfort Master seat with your air conditioning turned on. You're listening to Clint Black or Guns N' Roses or a good rap tape or whatever it is you listen to when you cultivate. Some good cultivating music. Now you need to be able to see down that row, right? Imagine how well you can see between this tire and that frame when there's 30 inches of space in there. It's almost unlimited. No, let's change that. It's really unbelievable visibility. Now when this tractor comes out, you need to stay in touch with your Case IH dealer, because when this tractor comes out, you really need to get in the tractor to be able to you have to see it to believe the visibility. Ladies and gentlemen, I think you can see that we've designed this tractor without compromise. We've used proven components from our 9230, our 9260, and our 9250 to put together a tractor that's an excellent row crop capable tractor. But you know what's even more important to you? This tractor is now more usable in other applications other than, it's more than just a four-wheel drive tractor. It's our 9250 row crop special.
Well, I think you can see when we talk about leadership through technology, we're looking at doing some things to meet your needs. What you're about to see will really demonstrate to you, beyond a doubt, what we mean when we talk about leadership through technology. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to introduce for its world premiere, Quadtrac.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Case IH Quadtrac. Let's give Pete Peterson, our senior design engineer for the Quadtrac, a hand. He didn't run over anything either. Folks, you're really witnessing history today. First of all, we don't normally show our concept vehicles. But today we're giving you a little sneak preview into the future, because this is really the essence of leadership in technology, and quite frankly, you know, we're doggone excited about what's happening with Case today, with Case IH today. But I said you were witnessing history because when you leave today, now you'll be able to say that you saw the first Quadtrac. Well, what is this Quadtrac? First of all, Quadtrac is commonality. Let me explain. It would have been easy for us to take one of the Case crawlers that sold by our construction counterparts, put rubber tracks on it, sold it, marketed it as an agricultural tractor. We chose not to do that, and the reason we chose not to do that is exactly what Rich Chrisman said earlier: designed without compromise. We chose to use an agricultural tractor. We felt that the best way is to use a tractor that's designed already for agricultural purposes, because we build tractors that are for farmers, that are used by farmers. And as a result of that, we have 90% commonality of parts in this tractor with the 9200 series four-wheel drive line. Quadtrac is also quad traction. What does that mean? An advantage that you gain with a longer wheelbase, an advantage you gain with full power to 4 tracks, the advantage you gain with a unique Quadtrac design, the triangle you see here, which gives you better tractive efficiency with minimal soil compaction. Quadtrac also means quad turn. Well, quad turn is what you saw when Pete entered the arena. He was able to steer this tractor just like a conventional four-wheel drive tractor. Quad turn also means that when you're making a turn, and this is particularly important when you have your implement engaged and you need the power, you don't lose the power to hydrostatic steering. Quad turn also means that when you make a turn, you don't have pivoting, you don't have sliding, you don't have scuffing, you don't have ridging. It's a clean turn. Quadtrac is commonality, designed without compromise. Quadtrac is the efficiency of quad traction. Quadtrac is the performance of quad turn. Ladies and gentlemen, this is another example of Case IH leadership through technology with the Quadtrac. Now, isn't this some kind of tractor?
Well, folks, there you have it. State-of-the-art tractors for today that you can put to work on your farms tomorrow, and also the tractors of tomorrow, demonstrating once again the leadership through technology and giving you a good reason to stop on green and go on red. Now, we invite you to visit the rest of our display area to take a look at some of the other fine equipment. And when you do, we ask you to take out that fine-tooth comb. Compare us to the competitors. And in fact, to assist you in doing that, you can pick on your way out a tractor evaluation kit. And if you follow the instructions on the back, you'll be eligible to win a jacket from Case IH on your way out. Also, make sure you take a look at the cutaways of the engines and transmissions. We have another concept vehicle out there, a two-wheel drive that we call Magnatrac. Another exciting way that we're looking at supplying your needs for the future. Additionally, if you'd pick up a coupon from one of our fine FFA volunteers out there, you can go get a free Quadtrac hat. This is the only time this hat will ever be available at the Farm Progress Show. So once again, thank you very much for your attendance, and remember, only go on red. Thank you, have a good day. I think you can see why we were so excited about our exhibit at the 1992 Farm Progress Show. When we went down to the show, we were only planning on doing 6 of these arena shows each and every day. But then, due to the overwhelming response we had from our farmer customers, we moved it to 8 shows a day, and every one of those was standing room only. Now, as you can imagine, an exhibit like this does not happen without a lot of teamwork and effort by a lot of different groups. So I'd personally like to thank those people from marketing, sales, engineering, manufacturing, and credit corps who participated in this program. Yes, we may be a little bit biased in our view of the show. So what we'd like to do now is show you what Ag Day TV, a nationally syndicated television program, thought not only of the 1992 Farm Progress Show, but more specifically, your company.
Little did we know in 1987, when we launched the all-new Magnum product line, would we be setting the blueprints that other tractor manufacturers would be following for years to come.
The hot lot at this year's Farm Progress Show is the Case IH exhibit, the only exhibit with actual working prototypes of tomorrow's technology and tractors.
At the Farm Progress Show, we're really trying to do 2 things. You know, this is our 150th year heritage, and we're pretty proud of some of the things we've done in the past. And you know, when we introduced the Magnum and the Maxxum tractor several years ago, they were the leaders in technology at the time, and we've continued to refine and make improvements. But as we look towards the future, We think that some company needs to take that leadership position in looking at what the customer needs are going to be, not only for today, but out there in the future. And that's why we've made the decision to show to the world, really, some concept vehicles that'll meet those needs of the farmer out there in the future.
Case IH, celebrating 150 years, has made a new commitment: leadership through technology. The star of the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Case IH Quadtrac. What is Quadtrac? Quadtrac is commonality. Now, what does that mean? Quadtrac was developed, and we could have easily taken one of our construction equipment crawlers, the ones that's sold by our construction equipment counterparts, put some rubber tracks on it, marketed it as an ag tractor. But we didn't believe that was the right thing. We decided the best thing for us to do was take a tractor that was designed for the ag business, designed for farmers use. And as a result of that, we're designing a tractor that has about 90% commonality of parts with its 9200 series four-wheel drive brothers. Quad traction. Quad traction means that we can take an advantage of additional wheelbase length, combine that with the power in 4 tracks, combine that with this unique Quadtrac design that you see for maximum tractive efficiency and minimal soil compaction.
Reaction of farmers attending the demonstrations during the Farm Progress Show will be noted carefully. The new designs are a direct response to customer needs.
There are a couple ways you can approach the problems in America or the agricultural industry. One is by selling components to various other applications and trying to get your volume up. The other is really focus on the farmer needs, make sure you're designing for those needs, and then adjust your cost structure so that you can meet those and provide value to the customer. And we think with our current product lineup and what we're seeing on some of these new tractors, that's what we'll be able to accomplish.
Our demonstration was special for the media, and it's good to see some manufacturers' concepts of the future. I'm Al Pell from the Farm Progress Show. I've never heard of the tractor seat being referred to as the cockpit, but all the technology is here. For example, the engine indicators are all grouped for easy scanning, and the equipment monitors are laid out in a group, and the hydraulic controls are all within easy fingertip reach, and the visibility is exceptional. That's all the time we have for today. We thank you for yours. I'm Al Pell in a modern farmer's cockpit at the Farm Progress Show, asking you to join me again here tomorrow.